Hi. It's totally not a first edition Shadowrun manual. It's totally not that. Metal and cyberpunk dystopia. They go together so well. Yeah, I should just do my comics like this, playing metal and just having comics go by. Should have done video editing as a job. This is fucking badass, dude. Y'all need to listen to this. Y'all need to own this shit. Shed the skin. Yeah, it was safe to say I like this song. I like this band after hearing that intro. I was like, what's this band sound like? I want this. Yeah, we're on the first track. Those solos are always well timed. Fucking badass. Oh, shit, this thing. Let me turn down. I barely hear myself think over that shit. It's so damn loud. Anyway, that's Kyle Severn from long time at Incantation there, man. The rest of those guys, they man. Yeah, I saw Kyle Severn and John McEntee, man, when they were in Immolation. That was, I knew that was a treat back then. They played like Entrancement of Evil or whatever, Deliverance of Horrific Prophecies. I knew those two legendary underground tracks, and this is the day before the internet, so like you were lucky if you heard it. We didn't have the internet; you could just instantly go to it and listen to it. And yeah, back then, if you didn't have a copy of it, you just didn't hear it. But I knew those albums, and I was like, man, I got to get those albums, got to get that band. It was so underground and so hard and so like I already had Cannibal and Deicide and all that bullshit. I already seen all those bands, all those normal bands. I'd even seen Suffocation and Dying Fetus. Not together, but separately. I'd already seen those bands, and I was like, got to get more underground. Who is more underground than this? Who is more? And those early Incantations had just come out, and they were like on vinyl with Relapse. I think they were on vinyl with Relapse, or the CDs or whatever. But I always saw the covers and was like, man, I got to get that. I never could get a copy of it. So when I saw them live, they did play those songs, and I was like, so that was the first time I heard them. I was like, cool, it's my first time experiencing that song, and you played it live for me. And I was wanting that so bad. The thing, I still don't have those copies, but luckily YouTube, I can play them to my heart's content. But so I really like Incantation just for being a band that I was already in kind of the underground scene, and it was, to me, one of those first ones where I finally got their material, got to listen to it a bunch, because I got to listen to Onward to Golgotha, Upon the Throne of Apocalypse, and I got to spin those over and over again going, man, this band is so creepy, oh, I fucking love it, it's so dark and doomy. And then I finally got to see them live, and so that's why I love Incantation, is because I got to experience their music with an album, and then see them live, and then experience even older, crazier tracks that they don't really do much anymore. I think because that Will Romer was on one of them, and Mortician Guy. And so one of those demos is Mortician Guy on vocals. Oh, and then Craig Pillard sounds like Will Romer. And the Craig Pillard albums are like my favorite because they have that Will Romer sound to them. Now, I definitely like Onward to Golgotha, Forsaken, Morning of Angelic Anguish. I love those, and Gathering Storm, that's another one. Then all the way up to Hideous Divinities, like that was one of their newer ones. Like it's just like still the same vibe. Like they catch a wave at one point and they're able to like really pin down that sound. And I love that sound still. And I will listen to the new stuff. It's like Cannibal. I'll listen to the new stuff and that's cool. But man, those older tracks, because I guess I got to experience them as they were coming up and doing that stuff. So they were learning it. We were learning the scene. The scene was all growing in leaps and bounds those years, man. Leaps and bounds. That's how it was growing. It was like slow and steady won the race, and then leaps and bounds occurred. Anytime leaps and bounds occur, like, trouble is not far away. Yeah. So the growing pains, I guess, if anything. Start growing too much, too fast, you kind of get the wrong people around. And it's not that they're going to be bad for people, but they could just be bad, and they just happen to be around, That can draw unwanted attention, like cops start looking on scenes and shit. And they did in Las Vegas with the straight edgers. Like, they considered straight edge a gang. Like, you couldn't even wear band t-shirts in Vegas or some shit. Some crazy rules for all that. Well, it was Utah that was the other one that, like, wouldn't allow fucking jack shit. No tattoo studios. No alcohol or whatever. I think they had, like, stringent stuff on shows, too. Shows had to be a certain way. Then there was, Boston, I heard, like, shows couldn't go too late in the evening. It had to be done during the day. That'd been kind of cool seeing bands in broad daylight, in a bar just in the afternoon. That'd be kind of awesome. I'd actually prefer shows just be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon when anybody can experience that shit. Walk in there and just be like, what the hell is this? A bunch of metalheads just headbanging and running into each other. 5 o'clock in the afternoon, just go watch that shit. Yeah. Oh. I remember this show I was at. I don't remember the show I was at. I really don't. But I remember there was this girl I used to run into at shows all the time. The reason why I'm telling this is I think there's actually women watching my shit now. So Awesome. Ladies, what's up? So anyways, a woman I knew in the scene, we were roughly the same age. So it was kind of cool. We hung out a few times outside of shows to get to know each other better. And things being as they were, that relationship did not blossom into anything at all. But the attraction stayed, because we just couldn't get this to figure out and work. That happens so much. Anyways, one of the shows, she was like, "Ah, damn, my shirt ripped," and her shirt was literally, she was holding her fucking shirt up. And she didn't have any safety pins. She was like, "Man, I don't have any safety pins," and the shirt's falling off. And I was like, "Okay," I just took off my shirt and I was like, "Here, you wear that one." And so she took the shirt, put it on, got rid of her torn up shirt. I think she folded it and put it in her pocket so she could go home and repair it. And so years went by and we lost track of each other. She stopped coming to shows for like whatever reason. But I was still going to them. But I did run into her at a show, and it was a couple years later. And she still had that shirt I gave her, a safety pin, holding that one together too. That's so punk rock. And it was the T-shirt was Vader, De Profundis, from their tour with Monstrosity and Broken Hope. Yeah, I was so sad to see that shirt go, but it was so cool to see it again on this woman she was even better looking the next time I saw her. Oh man. But again, situations as they were, stuff and things. So that was a cool memory. What else we got? Trying to bring it down after all the other excitement. Yeah. You know the excitement I've been talking about? Yeah. Always aftermath of situations like that. Watch people get their feet underneath them and shit like that and realize what they're going to do next, what they can and can't do, or can and won't do. It's more like it. But everything comes with a cost. So you're just patient. Check the garden. Read an issue of Crossed. Remember, we got killer clowns following this guy. This is our main character here, protagonist. And he's a wimp. But against disease, rage-infected zombies, I don't think I'd be too brave either. Especially if I was just like one dude and there's like 50 clowns running at you, and they're all diseased and carrying blunt objects. Like, it's not a good situation. So anyways, he's been knocked out or something, and he's dreaming about boobies. Yeah, how hot is that? Well, anyways, he comes to, and there's that, I come to, I'm going to walk up to this building. Oh, yeah, I remember all my friends dying and that truck running in here. Oh, no, there's Crossed in here. Yep, you didn't double tap. Some of them fools are still alive. So they wander around a little bit, and he escapes, gets in a car. Yeah, he escapes in a car. Then he winds up at the biker bar. He's like, I'm going to go talk to my... Wait, I feel like we read this. Yeah, maybe we did. He's got that diamond. It doesn't say 1%er, but it does have a diamond where that 1% patch would probably go. Yeah, would go. But I think later on in here, like, you do actually see a diamond patch. Oh, yeah. That's almost... that's very similar to a different club. Another club has that patch, I just realized, on this character. It's like, oh, I remember that one. So it's like... They're different, but they're two different, whatever. Y'all get it. Oh, the clowns, they're massacring. The bikers are like, wait, we're gonna fight these dudes? No, they're gung-ho, I think. Oh, yeah. They unite. That's the cool thing about this issue. For all you club people, MC people, the Crossed unite all the clubs under one banner. Like, we're gonna, like, destroy all the Crossed, and we're gonna go into history. It's so cool because you read it. There's all these different patches. Oh, it's so cool in their life. We've all decided how. So they get drunk, and they smoke some weed. And they give this. Oh, whoa! Let's not look at that. Anyways, our wimpy hero, and then he gets beat up by a biker, and then they think it's all funny because they're like, "Let's do this, bro." Oh, they got him riding on the back, but he gave him a shotty.
So he kind of gave him the bench seat. But he's got a shotty, so it's time to make it work. Oh, look, carnage ensues.
Bikers versus zombie clowns. Yes, zombies versus zombies versus bikers. But remember, they're not zombies. They're just rage zombies, which are more like diseased people who are insane. So yeah. There's the top hat guy. Look at him. He's yelling something awful in English. But he's organizing the cross. And the bikers have to retreat because the crossed are actually far more cunning than people give them credit for. Oh yeah, that clown gets blasted. Look at that. Fuck you. Boom!
Yeah, that's our wimp, dude. Our wimp now is putting in work.
The wimp is putting in work. Except he's not in time to save that girl whose face is ripped off, and he freaks out and kills her.
And he's like, well, at least I blasted in the face so you can't tell. You know, you can't tell that she's not infected. Oh, she's not infected. I accidentally killed her.
So yeah, accidental homicide, but that's okay. This strange man right here is going to show up, and he's going to say words to that.
This is one of the reoccurring characters in the Cross series. There's only a few of them. The entire 100 issues. Issue number 12 right here. For the 100 issues, there's only like 4 or 5, maybe a dozen reoccurring characters. Everybody else is pretty expendable. But the main characters are not who and what you think they are. Sometimes they're just reoccurring exposition, so that you, the reader, if you've read the series, you can gather what this character says a couple times, and figure out the whole big picture of the Crossed and the Badlands that they're in. So it's more like a narrator. They take a narrator role. That's I guess how they interact with the
metal reading. Awesome.
It's amazing. I was like a really young teenager. Yeah, 14, 15 maybe. Was just trying to make money, pushing lawnmowers and doing landscaping and whatever else you could do with hand tools. Do as much as you can to get metal and something to read. Books took the front seat for a while, and metal took the back seat because there was only so much metal available to me. So I guess as things become available, you just scoop up those things. It's like, oh, I can get these books. Oh, I'm getting these. No metal for a while. That's all right. I'll scoop those albums up later. You know, yoink, got it. Or that book later. So yeah, almost 50-year-old me is the exact same as 15-year-old me. Except the working, I don't work quite as hard or as weird as I used to. That comes with age and skill. Yeah. Achieve enough marketable skills, you know. That's the name of the game. Achieve enough marketable skills so that you're useful in almost any situation. Or competent and enough. And, always try to, push a little harder if you can. Don't settle for the bare minimum. But I get some of your jobs probably, it doesn't matter. You get rewarded for doing the bare minimum. Boy, that's an incentive killer right there. Being rewarded for doing the bare minimum. Nah, I don't work like that, man. I play a lot harder game than that. So, a cheerful story about a metalhead chick, kind of punk rock in nature. There you go. You got some Shed the Skin. And y'all read a comic. How about that? First time for some of y'all, I can tell. I can't even talk over that. It sounds too cool.
Ariel. Scout abroad. Your Appalachian warlord. Remember, if it's not voluntary, it's tyranny.